Good morning, everybody. So we are in the boondocking spot. I am actually in a location where I found fairly decent leveling. I don't know how well this ridge is going to hold up if it's not too level, so I'm going to try and make that as level as possible. I actually downloaded an app on my phone that's just a little bubble level. If it's within spec, then I'll go ahead and stay parked. Got old Kobuk. We're actually getting ready to go exploring. I'm going to show you this local area. As you can see real quick, it's not exactly level out there, but just spent this morning doing some cleaning. The bus is starting to finally look like a home, doing the dishes, and Kobuk and I are about to go on a run, and then I'm going to get some real estate calls done. Today is basically a day to get caught up on everything, get all the editing done, get all the files on my computer, start organizing. The internet is not perfect here by any means, but if I put the hotspot up on the ceiling up there, or the roof rather, I'll just put it up there. It gets a little bit better service, but I really don't see this as a long-term boondocking spot, and I'll show you why once we go outside. But yeah, gonna go on a hike / run with Kobuk, and then spend the rest of the day just getting stuff done. Meeting up with Aaron tomorrow. We're gonna button up the rest of the 12 volt, get the fans hooked up and everything, and then they are heading north. I'm gonna stay here in Phoenix for a while. I got some stuff coming into Tony's, like a new gimbal. Might be doing some collaborations with some companies. So, you know, just trying to get that figured out. But yeah, other than that, just getting stuff done, enjoying it out here with Kobuk. Gonna get the propane hooked up, do some cooking later, and probably make him some turkey balls. Throw that in his food, try and give him as much meat as possible, not just kibble. So every time I feed him, I always put something extra in there. He's gonna be with me for another 4 or 5 days while G's at her conference, which is really cool. Be able to go explore, hang out for a bit, and yeah, just living the dream out here. So we'll catch you when we head outside. As you can see, had to level out the bus. First time getting those jacks out. This was as level as I could get it. So there's always a bunch of horse trailers here. The trail up here is for horseback riding as well as hiking. So the Superstition Mountains right up there. And apparently this water here is toxic. When I was doing the schoolie tour, which I filmed them right up there, they were talking about a kid that actually fell into the water and had to go to the ER, some sort of disease he got from the, like that water's soaking into his skin. So if you happen to come out here, keep that in mind. What's up too, looking good over there. Roof deck up. Have to do some calls up there later. We're about 1.2 miles in. This one's a little bit more difficult, being that we have inclines. Incline running, completely different ball game than flat running. So if I had a better spot down there, better Wi-Fi, I'd probably stay in this area because I could run these trails every other day, every day. Part of being on the road now, not having a lot of extra work to do, is actually working out. Want to stretch one day, work out one day, and just do that every single day. Just trying to get back in shape. But 1.2 miles in, pretty tired from these hills. But Kobuk's doing really good, listening really well. Sit. Down. Good boy. Looks like he's getting some flies. We better get going. Let's go. Okay. 2 miles, a little bit more difficult than I anticipated, but it's part of it. Gonna stretch a little bit start on some more editing and real estate calls. So I typically don't eat till around 11 a.m. or noon. I need to get a little bit of an early start on the real estate job, so I am starting a little bit earlier in terms of eating. It's not like I'm not hungry at all. It's like just kind of an annoying feeling in my stomach. So it's not like I'm starving, but if I'm calling, I like to be totally focused and not have anything else going on. So today, showing you a little bit of an example of a quick meal that I'll put together. So I did buy a bunch of these little tuna packets. These are tuna creations from Walmart, like $1.30 a piece. You might notice that I talk about keto. I do the keto mindset where I just stay away from carbs and sugars. So no candy bars, no bread, no pizza. And it's not going fully into ketosis. Not to bore you with this health stuff, but if you're not doing ketosis correct, you can do some harm to your body. I'm not quite ready for that, so like I said, it's just high fat, low carb. I'm not trying to get to that point. That's a pretty extreme point. I have been there before. I felt fantastic. It was awesome being in ketosis, but I'm not quite ready. I don't want to do it on this boondocking trip because I don't have everything dialed in yet. But nice little happy medium. One of these tuna packets, I actually add some mixed nuts in there. This is a little bit higher carb. If I was doing full keto, I wouldn't be able to pull it off. But what I found is I really like the consistency of the crunchy, they're not nuts, but it's kind of like a, I don't know how to explain it, but there's like little crunchy bits in there. And that really mixes well with the tuna. Then I add some jalapeno peppers. And that is my meal. As you can see, the cupboards are a little full. I mean, enough for this boondocking challenge. Got all my mixed nuts down there, seeds, some dark chocolate. Again, I try and stay away from candy, but sometimes I do get a little bit of a sweet tooth, so I'll have some of those. If I go into full ketosis, I will not be having those. Nice little medium that I found that I think I actually might take more advantage of is whenever I get like a sweet craving, heavy whipping cream, dairy whipped cream. So this has been pretty awesome. There's 1 gram of carbs, 1 gram of added sugars, way better than the chocolate, and just, you know, straight out of the can. And we'll go over the fridge stuff later, but yeah, this is my dry food storage for right now. It's basically just quick little simple meals that I don't have to get any pots or pans dirty. So yeah, I'm gonna get this meal made. Then I am going to get to work. Typically spend 2 to 3 hours per day on that. Like I mentioned before, it's about $70 a day. That more than covers my hard costs. And right now I'm just trying to figure out if it's worth my time to do it. I'm basically doing a 3-month trial period for both brokerages I'm working with. And hopefully by that time all my debt will be paid off. So this will just be an extra $2,100 or so, depending on commission, $2,200 per month extra. That will go 100% into debt or any other expenses that I have. So I am going to eat so I can get to work. Forgot to mention, the reason why I don't eat till 11 or 12 is intermittent fasting. It's been working really well for me. I don't crash after I eat, and I typically cut off eating before 5 o'clock. So I have about a 6 to 5 hour window where I actually eat. Yesterday I ate 1 big meal, and that's all I ate. I had 1 solid meal. I'm trying to think if I had like a kombucha. So I did have calories coming in from drinking something, but I think that was within the window as well. So food calories and drinking calories. It's not just physical food, where there's research going on with that right now, but essentially anything but water within that window will start your clock. It's helped me slim down, keeps me focused. So if you want to do some more research on that, intermittent fasting. So it's around 5:22, done with work for the day. Now just hanging out with Kobuck, brainstorming different ideas for different businesses. Again, throughout this boondocking challenge, learn more about what I do, how I make money. But mind is set, done for work today. Gonna get this all cleaned up. This is just clean dishes that need to go up there. Been doing cold brew coffee as well. Highly suggest it, look into it. And for dinner tonight, Kobe's and I are gonna be having some hamburger. So I'm gonna make one patty for me, and then Kobe's is gonna get some for his dog food. So essentially what I do is give him about 75% of his normal kibble, and then I just let that cool down, and then I break it up and put it in his food so he gets some meat, just like I mentioned before. So we're gonna start getting this all cleaned up and start cooking.
When another deputy gets shot in the back, just stands there in the middle of the street, watching the carnage.
Somebody stole one of my eggs out of the store.
Even drawn.
Good morning, everybody. So the original plan was to head in early to meet up with Aaron. Haven't heard from him yet, so right now I've just been getting to work. It's about 11 o'clock, first meal of the day. Fridays are always the most busy for me. I have the newsletter, I have a video come out in Tiny Home Tours, and typically I upload a video to the Off-Grid Schoolie. So this morning has literally been nothing but work, getting stuff scheduled, talking to my assistant, and just trying to get everything all in line and ready to go. If Aaron gets a hold of me, I'll be, pretty much packed up and good to meet up. We're going to finish up some of the 12-volt system. Breakfast, lunch, whatever you want to call it, consists of probably 2 eggs and the rest of the hamburger. Just warming this up right now. It's very, very chilly out today, very windy. I actually woke up in the middle of the night. I had the chair up out there and it actually blew the metal chair over. And I'm so used to waking up when it's not light out. I was just out of it. I thought it was my alarm. So I get up, I brush my teeth, and I take my caffeinated ketones, and then I do a morning meditation every morning. So I go to open my phone to do the meditation. Like, man, I'm really tired today. I wonder if I must not have slept well because of the wind. And I looked at my phone. It was 12:01. So I laid there for about a half an hour waiting for the caffeine to die down a little bit. Finally fell back to sleep. Woke up this morning and a little bit sleepy today. So you probably be able to see that in my eyes. But yeah, just gonna eat real quick. After I get done eating, gonna finish up some more work. Then Kobuck and I are gonna go hiking once again, waiting to hear back from Aaron. So we're gonna be testing how well this can hold up to the wind. But about to go out hiking again. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Gonna hike for about an hour and get on the phones, make some calls.